Picture this. In the bustling cities and quiet villages across Asia, a spiritual movement is quietly taking shape. From the towering skyscrapers of Manila to the remote foothills of the Himalayas, millions of people are embracing Christianity, a faith that originated thousands of miles away. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of Christianity in Asia, exploring the top 10 countries with the largest Christian populations in 2024. Get ready for some surprising stats and heartwarming stories. But before we get started, I want to take a moment to thank you for your support. We work hard to bring you the best travel content, and if you enjoy our videos, please subscribe to the My Globe Trips YouTube channel. Now, let's jump into the list. Number 10, Sri Lanka. We begin our journey on the tear-shaped island of Sri Lanka, where the aroma of Ceylon tea mingles with the scent of incense from Buddhist temples. But amidst this predominantly Buddhist nation, a small but vibrant Christian community is thriving. In 2024, Sri Lanka's total population stands at 22 million, with Christians making up a modest 0.9% of that number. That's about 200,000 believers scattered across this tropical paradise. Imagine filling up the iconic Gal Face Green in Colombo with Christian worshippers. You'd need to do it 20 times over to fit them all in. The Christian community in Sri Lanka is split almost evenly between urban and rural areas, with 100,000 believers in each. Picture bustling church services in Colombo's city center, and then contrast that with small village congregations gathering under palm-thatched roofs. Despite being a minority, the Christian population is growing steadily at 1.6% per year. That's like adding enough new believers to fill a large school every single year. Number 9, Malaysia. A melting pot of cultures where minarets and church spires share the skyline with Hindu temples. In this Muslim-majority nation of 33 million people, Christians make up just 0.6% of the population. That's about 200,000 believers, roughly the same as the entire population of the city of Ipoh. Malaysia's Christian community is evenly split between urban and rural areas, with 100,000 in each. Imagine the contrast between a high-tech church service in Kuala Lumpur, complete with LED screens and air conditioning, and a simple wooden chapel in a rural village in Sarawak. The Malaysian Christian population is growing at a rate of 1.7% per year. That might seem small, but it's actually faster than the country's overall population growth. It's like adding a new believer every 30 minutes, day and night. Number 8, Myanmar. A land of golden pagodas and ancient traditions. Here, in a nation of 54 million people, Christians make up just 0.6% of the population. That's about 300,000 believers, enough to fill the majestic Shwedagon Pagoda in Yangon 6 times over. Interestingly, 2/3 of Myanmar's Christians live in rural areas. Picture small congregations gathering in bamboo churches nestled among the rice paddies, while in cities like Yangon and Mandalay, urban Christians might worship in more modern buildings. Despite facing challenges, the Christian community in Myanmar is growing at a healthy 1.8% per year. That's like adding a new church congregation of 50 people every single week. Number 7, Nepal. In this land of soaring peaks and ancient Hindu traditions, Christianity is relatively new but growing fast. Out of Nepal's 30 million people, about 1% are Christian. That's 300,000 believers. Imagine filling Kathmandu's Dashrath Stadium to capacity, then doing it again and again and again. What's fascinating about Nepal is that 2/3 of its Christians live in rural areas. Picture small churches dotting the Himalayan foothills, where congregations might trek for hours just to attend a service. The growth rate of Christianity in Nepal is impressive at 2% per year. That's faster than the country's overall population growth. It's like adding a new believer every 2 hours, around the clock. Number 6, Bangladesh, a country known for its lush green landscapes and vibrant culture. In this predominantly Muslim nation of 166 million people, Christians make up a small but significant minority of 0.6%. That's about 1 million believers, enough to form a human chain stretching all the way from Dhaka to Chittagong. Bangladesh's Christian population is evenly split between urban and rural areas, with 500,000 in each. Imagine the diversity, from sleek, modern churches in Dhaka to simple chapels in remote villages along the Sundarbans. The Christian community in Bangladesh is growing steadily at 1.5% per year. That's like adding a new believer every hour of every day. In a country facing numerous challenges, this growth is a testament to the faith's resilience. Number 5, Pakistan, a land of ancient civilizations and modern complexities. In this Islamic republic of 225 million people, Christians form a minority of 1.3%. That's about 3 million believers. Imagine filling the massive Badshahi Mosque in Lahore with Christian worshippers, then doing it 30 more times. Pakistan's Christian population is evenly distributed between urban and rural areas, with 1.5 million in each. Picture grand cathedrals in cities like Karachi and Lahore, alongside humble village churches in the Punjab countryside. Despite facing numerous challenges, the Christian community in Pakistan is growing at 1.2% per year. That's like adding a new congregation of 100 people every single day. It's a testament to the faith and resilience of Pakistani Christians. Number 4, Indonesia, now takes us to the world's largest archipelagic state, Indonesia. In this nation of 273 million people, spread across 17,000 islands, Christians make up a significant 8.7% of the population. That's a whopping 24 million believers, more than the entire population of Australia. What's interesting about Indonesia is that 2/3 of its Christians live in urban areas. Imagine massive church services in Jakarta's skyscrapers, while in rural areas, you might find small congregations gathering in wooden churches on remote islands. Christianity in Indonesia is growing at an impressive 2.2% per year. That's like adding a new believer every 2 minutes. In a country known for its religious diversity, this growth reflects the dynamic nature of Indonesian society. Number 3, India, a land of incredible diversity and spiritual richness. In this nation of 1.4 billion people, Christians make up 2% of the population. That might seem small, but we're talking about 28 million believers. That's more than the entire population of Australia. India's Christian population is evenly split between urban and rural areas, with 14 million in each. Picture grand cathedrals in cities like Mumbai and Bangalore, alongside simple village churches in the rural heartlands of Kerala and Nagaland. Christianity in India is growing at a steady 1.8% per year. That's like adding a new believer every minute and a half. In a country with such a rich tapestry of faiths, this growth speaks to the enduring appeal of Christianity's message. Number 2, China, the world's most populous nation. In this land of 1.4 billion people, Christians make up 5.1% of the population. That's a staggering 72 million believers, more than the entire population of the United Kingdom. Interestingly, over half of China's Christians live in urban areas. Imagine huge congregations gathering in underground churches in Beijing or Shanghai, while in rural areas, small groups might meet in homes or fields. The growth of Christianity in China is nothing short of phenomenal, at 2.5% per year. That's like adding a new believer every 12 seconds, day and night. Despite challenges, the faith continues to attract millions of Chinese people searching for meaning in a rapidly changing society. Number 1, Philippines. In this nation of 110 million people, an astonishing 90.8% identify as Christian. That's 100 million believers. Imagine the entire population of Germany, and then add 20 million more. The Philippines is unique in our list as the only country where Christians form the overwhelming majority. From the bustling streets of Manila to the remotest islands of Mindanao, Christianity is woven into the very fabric of Filipino society. 70% of Filipino Christians live in urban areas. That's 70 million people. Picture massive church services in Manila that could fill a dozen football stadiums, while in rural areas, small chapels, the picturesque countryside. Even with such high numbers, Christianity in the Philippines continues to grow at 1.5% per year. That's like adding a new believer every 30 seconds. It's a testament to the deep-rooted faith that has shaped Filipino culture for centuries. So these are the top 10 countries with the highest Christian populations in Asia. We're left with a sense of awe at the diversity and resilience of this faith. From tiny minority communities to vast majorities, from ancient traditions to new converts, Christianity in Asia is a tapestry of human stories, each one unique and valuable. These numbers represent more than just statistics. They represent millions of individual journeys of faith, hope, and love. In the face of challenges and changes, these communities continue to grow, adapt, and thrive. As we look to the future, one thing is clear. The story of Christianity in Asia is far from over. It's a dynamic, evolving narrative that continues to shape the spiritual landscape of the world's largest and most populous continent. So the next time you hear about Christianity in Asia, remember these numbers, but more importantly, remember the people behind them. From the Philippines to Sri Lanka, from China to Pakistan, these are the faces of a faith that continues to inspire, comfort, and transform lives across this vast and diverse continent. Thank you for joining us on this fascinating journey through the Christian landscape of Asia. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep believing in the power of faith to bridge cultures and transform lives.